I was lost, not beneath the soil in some graveyard, but buried under the weight of doubt, shame, and fear. I was alive, breathing, walking, speaking, but hollow on the inside. Mornings began with a silent stare at the ceiling, as if I was born, for more yet, anchored to nothing. Life moved around me. People rushed past with purpose, but I stood frozen. I wanted to scream, but my voice never left my chest. They tell you you're stronger than you believe, but I couldn't feel it. I felt like I was slowly unraveling, every dream slipping through my fingers, every hope cracking under the weight of reality. No one talks about the shame, the guilt of knowing deep down that you're not doing what you should be. That voice in your head becomes louder. You're wasting time, wasting your life. And the worst part is, you agree, yet you do nothing. You scroll, escape, distract. Why? Because fear doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers lies that sound like truth. You're not ready. You'll fail. You're not like them. So you wait. You wait for the perfect moment, the right motivation, the magical sign from the universe, but nothing comes. Just a slow, quiet death of your potential. Dreams don't always die violently. They fade in comfort, in endless scrolling, in meaningless validation. You're surrounded by noise but feel unheard. You're more digitally connected than ever, yet emotionally lonelier than you've ever been. Thousands may follow you online, but at 2 a.m., you've got no one to talk to. You post fake smiles while crying through real pain. You were taught to chase the world, money, beauty, fame, but no one showed you how to face yourself, how to sit in silence, how to fight the war in your mind and come out whole. You try to change. You promise yourself this time will be different, but after a few days, you fall back. And with each fall, it gets heavier, not just with failure, but with the belief that maybe you were never enough. But that fall, it's not the end. It's the beginning. The collapse of the old makes room for something sacred, something deeper. There's a fire in you. You may not feel it, but it's there. It doesn't yell. It waits, like a warrior meditating, calm, still, ready. You're not weak. You're distracted, numbed by noise. But your core, it's forged from steel. You just forgot. Pain made you flinch. But remember, rivers carved through stone not by force, but by persistence. Somewhere in your soul, you remember who you were meant to be. Not loud, not flashy, but deadly when it counts. You weren't built for comfort. You were built to carry weight, to fall and rise, to look fear in the eyes and smile. One day you'll sit in silence. No lights, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. They'll come for you. All the promises you broke, the chances you wasted, the tears you hid. It'll hurt. You might cry. But that breakdown, that's your doorway. Because when the false layers of you collapse, the real you begins to rise. Strength isn't about holding in tears. Strength is crying and showing up anyway. It's staring pain in the face and saying, "You don't own me anymore." That shift, it's not in your muscles or in your bank account. It's in your spirit, a quiet, unshakable scream from deep within that whispers, "I'm still here." Some may call it laziness, but they don't see the war inside you. Every time a thought said, "You're nothing," you answered, "Maybe, but I'm not done." Every time the past said, "You're broken," you replied, "Then I'll rise broken." You didn't pray for the storm to stop. You learned to walk through it, because real strength isn't lifting heavy weights. It's carrying your pain and not letting it poison your soul. It's calm, unmoved, like the mountain. You can scream at it, hit it, curse it, but it never moves. It knows what it is. So do you. You've just forgotten. Let me speak to the part of you that's tired, that says, "I've tried everything," that whispers, "It's too hard." Silence that voice. Lock it away. Let the beast out. The real you doesn't wait for motivation. You move. You act. You rise. Unsupported, afraid, and uncertain, because discipline crushes fear. Purpose burns through pain, and you are stronger than you believe. Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them walk away. One day, they'll see what you've built and say, "I watched a god learn how to bleed." Why not you? You've suffered, you've failed, you've bled, and that makes you qualified. You're not perfect, you're real, and you're still standing. That matters. You can change. You can rise into everything you were told you couldn't be. Even the things you never believed you could. The only thing in your way is surrender. So don't. Get up. Do you hear me? Get upper. Pain doesn't care about your excuses. Time doesn't wait for your fears to pass. No one's coming to rescue you. You are the rescue. You are the storm, the comeback, the warrior. The world spins, indifferent to your doubts. It won't stop for your tears. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You are one decision away. Remember who you were before the world told you who to be, before mediocrity numbed your dreams. One rep, one breath, 1 hour of grit. That's the line between staying shattered and becoming unbreakable. Every morning, two wolves fight inside you. One wants to quit, the other wants to conquer. The one that wins is the one you feed. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to break cycles, to rewrite your story. Your ancestors faced war, hunger, and heartbreak, and survived. That same resilience runs in you. Every tear, every betrayal, every failure. It wasn't random, it was training. The universe never makes mistakes. You were being forged, like steel, heated, hammered, and cooled to become unshakable. Your pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. The people who left, they weren't rejecting you. They were clearing space. The doors that shut, they weren't dead ends. They were redirections. Others see your scars and call them wounds, but you know better. They're your armor, your thunder restrained. Your empathy wasn't read in books. It was written in your bones. You've drowned before, so you recognize when others are sinking. You wore the fake smile, so now you see through theirs. And because of that, you can lead. Your pain has become your power. That's what separates you. The comfortable look for shortcuts. You've learned to walk through fire. That's what legends are made of. Not privilege, but persistence. Not talent, but tenacity. The world isn't waiting for the perfect version of you. It's waiting for the real you, and that begins today. So bury the version of you that made excuses. Let him die. From that grave, rise anew. Restart. Take action. Messy, scared, unsure. Do it anyway. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your compass. Start with what you have. Start with trembling hands. Let the first draft be bad. Let the first step be awkward. Perfection is a trap. Progress is built on showing up, again and again, even when no one claps, even when no one sees. The real work happens in silence. The real growth unfolds in solitude. Greatness isn't given. It's earned in those moments when quitting feels easier. Your heroes weren't chosen. They chose themselves. You don't need a sign, or permission, or a round of applause. All you need is a mirror. Look at it. That's your answer. That's your push. That's your power. Time doesn't care what you could have been. The world only remembers what you become, and you've suffered enough. Now it's time to rise, to turn agony into legacy, to make pain your platform. And when people ask how you did it, you'll tell them, I never stopped. Because you didn't. Not when it hurt. Not when you were tired. Not when you were alone. You kept breathing, kept fighting, kept believing. And now, it's your time.